Birthday hour, birthday hour shy, birthday hour, birthday hour shy, birthday hour, birthday hour shy. Call Elohim Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakal, Gadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders, which are a great millstone. Peace and blessing to the sincere Akim, pushing his truth and sincerity, and those who putting videos up throughout the week to feed the sheep. It's McQuah from the Trump and the VA camp, and I'm gonna get right into it. Now, this is a video that I'm gonna bring it out, but this is like not the article that I want to go into. But I'm gonna get the article after I play this because it's related. But it says, how did ISIS get its weapons? It says Europe wants to limit U.S. and Saudi Arabia arms sales because guns went to militant groups. So it says almost half of U.S. arms exports go to Middle East between 2013 and 2017. Arm imports to war stricken continues more than double. Stricken countries more than double. It says, in contrast, the overall imports to the Americas decreased 29%. The Middle East is responsible for alarm so basically going into a lot of the weapons are going to the east. So it's, but like I said, they're asking the question, how did ISIS get its weapons? And I was search for that because I seen this the other day and I was planning on making a video on it. Because this is something that we already know, but I guess it's finally coming out now. It says U.S. uses ISIS as scarecrow to intimidate others while secretly backing them. Syrian FM tells RT. And we already knew that the U.S. uses ISIS. It formed and trained ISIS, and they use them as a scarecrow tactic, either come into the country or to start the wars, to get oil and guns and things like that. We already knew ISIS did that. That wasn't no big surprise to us. We already knew that. Okay, that wasn't a shocker. It was already known that they already got down like that. It says, despite claiming to fight jihadists in Syria, the Americans are gladly using them to further anti-Damascus policies and occasionally giving them a helping hand. The Syrian foreign minister told RT the Americans are using ISIS as a scarecrow. Minister Walid Mohammed said in an interview with RT Arabic, at the same time they are feeding ISIS, encourage them, protects ISIS leaders, and help them move from one area to another. The U.S. policy is aimed at investing into terrorism, which we already know they're aimed at investing in terrorism. That's how they make their money selling weapons, and that's how they basically keep everybody in check. And basically, that's how they make their money as far as selling weapons, because they plant ISIS to get people to go to war with ISIS, and they sell weapons to ISIS, and they sell weapons to both sides, basically. So they implant people to start a war, and then they sell guns on both sides. Which makes me think about a clip in Iron Man. I would play it, but I'll probably get a strike. But this is Iron Man, the second movie. You had this guy in jail where he made the suit, but he basically told Iron Man that he comes from a family of thieves and butchers, because Iron Man dad basically got famous and money from selling to both sides, selling to everybody their different various weapons in war. But it says the Syrian government has long accused the U.S. of fueling groups of foreign Islamic fighters, even those bragging of committing atrocities in Syria, as long as they were willing to fight against the forces loyal to Damascus. Washington claimed its illegal deployment of troops in Syria was aimed at destroying IS, but even after the group was declared defeated, the American boots remained on the ground. Like I said, we already know these devils, they lied to come to your country. We already know that. It says the latest public justification coming from the U.S. is that oil in the northeast, it's like in the northeastern Syria, needs to be secured from the defeated jihadis in practice. The U.S. denies the internationally recognized government of Syria of using the country's national resources. It says, but we are, like I said, we already know that. It just said they basically ISIS did their thing and they came in and then they got to secure the oil. But we already know America got down like that. We already fucking knew like that's how they worked. It's no big secret. In Proverbs 16:4, Yahweh have made all things for himself, ye even the wicked for the day of evil. So we already know that the people are wicked and evil. We know their plots. We know how they get down. So we don't put nothing past them. And like I said, the elders and apostles have been saying this already for years that the U.S. government, they just start war. They implant things and they're controlling ISIS. And we already know they 9/11 was an inside job. They probably got ISIS members to even do that if they themselves did not blow up the building. Either way, we know they were behind it, period. And they used that as a scarecrow to go into the Middle East to do whatever they had to do. Amos 3:7. It says, surely Yahweh will do nothing, but he revealed his secrets unto his servants, the prophets. So Yahweh Shem Yahshua, he revealed his secrets to his servants, the prophets. That's why we already knew this before this story even came out. Because Yahweh has revealed it unto us. First of all, this devil is a devil, and we can't trust nothing he's saying. Everything about him is wicked, and it's just an agenda to get to the top. So it says Nahum 3:5. It says, behold, I am against thee, says Yahweh, Lord of hosts. So Yahweh, the Lord of armies, is against Esau and against his wicked kingdom. It says, I will discover thy skirt upon thy face, and I will show the nations thy nakedness and the kingdoms thy shame. And this is why things like articles like these are going to be coming out, because Yahweh Shem Yahshua is exposing them. Because like I said, everybody in the truth at least already knew that Yahweh Bashim, the Esau controls ISIS, and he's using shit as scarecrows and scapegoats in order to push his wicked agenda. We already know that. Him and his false flags, we know how this devil gets down. Okay, we know about his devices. Second Corinthians 2:11. Least Satan should get advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. And we are not ignorant of his devices. This is why we know he uses things like and things like this to push his agenda. Like I said, if you were to tell a regular person this, they'd be like, man, get out of town. You got most of America that still believes that 9/11 actually happened. Like it wasn't like an inside job. They actually believe it. You got people who believe in the so-called Holocaust. You got people who believe in Democrat and Republican. They think they're actually two opposing forces. Even all the way down to the court system. Those people are on the same team. They show you that in shows like Law and Order, where the people right at the court, win or lose, they will both go out, get a drink, have fun, have dinner, shit like that. You're not going to see Israelites after we get off the line go have a dinner with the same Edomites or the same scoffers that came up talking crazy. Why? Because this is like dead serious. Okay, you're not just going to say whatever you want and then just think just bygones are bygones and we're just going to forget about it. No, this isn't that type of game. This is real life. Okay, when you come up against the men of the Lord, you're playing games with your life, and you can get put to death for that. This is not a game out here. And the men of the Lord, we take this deadly serious. We're not just gonna be buddy pal. Because there's been a couple times where I see people after they was scoffing, just walking about my day or whatever, and then they'll be trying to talk to me like, "Hey, you remember me?" Like laughing and smiling, waving, like, "Bro, we not cool. I remember what you did. We not cool. Okay, you are a demon. You don't get down with the truth. You don't get down with Israel. So with that, you should just kill yourself. Because these people, they don't know how serious this thing is that we're in.